Alright, so what I'm going to do in this video is actually kind of drag and drop a video in here, show you kind of around when it comes to the interface, and show you just how easy it is to do without getting super overcomplicated, even if you've never used this before, because it's basically how easy it was for me when I first used it, so I want to basically share that with you. So with that being said, the first thing you want to do is go to the source button on the top left. Obviously, once you install it, you want to open it up, and then, this is where you're going to be. Okay, so let's do file. Okay, then we have test. Okay, I had already basically, what was the word? I got a video, I just renamed it, I copied it, I pasted it. Either way, it's about 9 minutes, 36 seconds. Now, the next thing you want to do is do the file destination. So what that means is that when it creates that new video for you, that's going to be much smaller in size, and it's going to still have that same quality, it'll create a duplicate file. Okay, so hit browse. And let's just say part 2, okay? MP4 is good, and then hit save. All right, so what that means is that once you do start, it's going to start creating this video file here, and that's what you're going to be able to, use, upload. It could be to wherever you want to do it. I don't know. It's up to you. There's a million options, but either way, once we're here, you want to keep it on MP4, okay? Web optimized, iPod 5G, I haven't touched, okay? You got a lot of different stuff here. You know what the best part about all of this right here? You don't need to touch it, okay? Go to filters. I don't even know what this stuff means. If you want to test it out, go ahead, feel free to. This is grayscale. I haven't used this, but I'm going to imagine that if you use this, it'll kind of turn it into black and white, okay? So next we have video, okay? This is kind of the important aspect, okay? All this stuff I haven't touched. The most important thing you want to do here, okay, is move this to around 25, okay? So as you can see right here, I'm going to read this to you. Set the desired quality factor. The encoder targets a certain quality. The scale used by each video encoder is different. Okay, so let's see right here. Suggested values are 18 to 20 for standard definition and 20 to 23 for high definition. Okay, I'm actually going to do a little bit differently. So what I like doing, okay, is going to around 25. Okay, you could do a little bit more. Like obviously the more you go this way, it's going to be lower quality, so it's going to be a little smaller of a video file, but hover around 25. Maybe you want to do 26, 24, 25. Completely up to you. Test it out. I'm going to recommend you start with 25 because that has gotten me really good results. So aside from that, there's also audio. Okay, I don't know what any of this stuff means. Luckily, you don't need to use it, okay? Subtitles, if you want to add track. I've never personally used that. And of course, chapters, okay? So far, it's just one chapter either way. That's basically as simple as it is to get started, okay? So the only thing you really need to do is you can drag in your file, or for source, you go to upload, and then once you do that, destination, and last but not least, basically kind of the only thing you really need to do is hover around 25. And once again, start with 25 if you want to test that out in a different spot. Maybe do a little less, a little more, up to you. But anyway, once we have that, all you need to do is click start. Okay? Now, you can't actually see it, but at the bottom, what it says is because the screen can only record so much. Right now, it's at 6%, so it's moving pretty quickly. So there's only going to be about under 2 minutes. It's telling you how long it takes, the elapsed time, and so on and so forth. So I can basically just, keep going with this until it is finished. Now, like I said, a lot of great benefits about this, whether you want to just, keep your video files smaller. I believe there is a very big correlation in terms of how big a file is and how much kind of data you're going to use or how much you have to spend. For example, if you host a video on Amazon, I think it's AWS, something like that, and you basically upload that and you get a lot of different views, that can eat up more money, I believe, if your file is bigger. So keep that in mind. I remember I had a muscle building video sales letter, which was very long. It was probably about, 30, maybe 40 minutes. And I never realized you could actually just, compress it, make it smaller. So when I was paying monthly, I believe if I had made that video file much shorter, compressed it, basically what I'm doing here, that would have definitely saved me some money. But either way, that's just another great recommendation. Of course, if you're running low on space, or if you need to upload a specific file. For example, like you can't upload something bigger than 50 megabytes, and yours is 55, instead of going in, trimming something important, or just shooting it all over again, which would really suck, what you want to do is basically do what I'm showing you here. And I've noticed usually if it's a bigger file, you're going to get a lot of it really compressed. And I'll show you the results once it's done. Right now it's at 85%. Okay, so we got 10 seconds left, so I'll talk to you for the last 10 seconds. I'll go into another video and kind of show you the difference so you can see just how well it works, okay? So give it about 5 more seconds and it'll be done. And should be good to go. Okay, cue finished. I can see on basically my desktop that it is there, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn off this video. I'll see you in the next one where we can kind of compare the results just to see how well it did, okay? So I'll see you there.